Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to this special edition of Her Talks. I am Dr. Angela House. I am your host for Her Talks. And today we have a very special guest. We have Dr. Chandra Higginbotham with us today. She is going to be one of the amazing speakers that we're going to have at the Her Experience in Houston, Texas. She's going to be dropping some nuggets and gems in here for you shortly. But for those of you that haven't been with me before, the Her Talks is sponsored by the Herpreneur Network. We are a network of Christian women in ministry and business. We like to call this the ultimate sisterhood. We collaborate, we celebrate, we create together, and we are having an amazing event. I know if you've been watching me over time, for the last 2 to 3 months, you've been hearing me talk about the Her Experience in Houston, Texas. We're down to 2 weeks, 2 weeks, and this event will be live and in color, as they say. And one of our very special guests, its main stage speaker, is going to be Dr. Chandra Higginbotham. Dr. Higgy, as I like to call her, introduce yourself and tell the people what you do and where you're from.
All right. Well, my name is Chandra Higginbotham. I know. I'm actually from from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, is where I'm from. I'm an encourager. I'm an empowerer. I'm a nurturer. That's how I say that I am. But as far as my scholastic training, I'm an obstetrician gynecologist, practicing medicine for over 30 years.
Yeah.
So over almost half my life, I've been in this field of medicine. And I show people how to become the CEO of their health. That's what I do.
Awesome. I
I'm
like
from
that.
Houston. I'm
CEO
from
of your
Houston. From Houston, currently residing in Houston, Texas.
Awesome, awesome. The CEO of your health. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we're going to talk about you some of the things that you do for everyone from your professional perspective. Just give us a little nugget of how you help people.
Well, I practice what's called functional medicine. And functional medicine is where we begin to understand how the body functions from a mechanistic perspective, from a physiological perspective, down to the cellular level. And when a client comes to me or anyone who practices that type of medicine, when we see a client, we begin to peel away the onion. We are layered. We are layered, and with potentially dysfunctionality. And we don't wait until a disease manifests. We practice preventive medicine. So there's three types of medicine in which a practitioner can practice:
Mhm.
upstream, midstream, and downstream. Most of my colleagues practice downstream or midstream, which means if indeed you have a gallbladder issue, we know how
Mhm.
to go in and remove that gallbladder. If you have hypertension or diabetes, well, we know how to write a prescription
Right.
and to just maintain that disease state. Well, when we practice upstream medicine, we look upstream. We facilitate the resolution of root causes, and that's what
Ah,
we do from a mechanistic perspective.
that's different, different. I love it. I love it. So I get it. Preventative medicine is to help you understand what's going on with your body so that you don't have to get to the point that you have to get the blood pressure medicine or have some type of major surgery. Awesome.
Exactly, exactly,
That
exactly.
is great. That is great. So we know that you're going to be talking on our main stage. Tell us what you're going to be helping the women get to understand.
Well, there was a study that was done by at Tufts University 2 or 3 years ago that showed that 93% of Americans are metabolically unwell. 93% of Americans are metabolically unwell. Now, there's layers of complexity as to why that occurs. You might go around and you say, I'm feeling fine," but what is going on at the microscopic level? Okay, so and there's lots of reasons why many of us are metabolically unwell. I think one reason is because of our lifestyle. That's a huge reason, our lifestyle.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think one thing that we are not as aware of is the impact that a lot of the chemicals that we're exposed to have on the functionality of our body. I call myself an endocrine disruptor detective. So what I do, and I show my clients how to first of all read labels and how to detect the hidden chemicals and or the hidden clues that
Ah,
potentially may impact your health. The EPA has unleashed over 80,000 chemicals in our environment.
wow.
What is our body doing with all those chemicals? The phthalates, the BPAs, the glyphosate, all these things we're exposed to every single day. And our poor little liver has to deal with the huge task to detoxify the liver, the spleen, the kidneys,
Yeah.
the GI system, the lungs. These are all of our detoxification organs. So what we need to do is, first of all, begin to understand where these chemicals are, where our exposures are, and begin to mitigate these exposures as best as we can. We're all exposed. We live in America. There's no way we can avoid exposures.
That's
But
true.
we need to begin to understand the source of these exposures and to, again, mitigate them as much as we can.
Wow. I hadn't even thought about it like that. And you're right, because sometimes, we take medicines from our doctors and we just take it. The doctor prescribed it, we don't read it. And one day I started reading the label with all the side effects that could possibly happen. I
Yeah,
called him up and said, I need something else because this not working. Because if I take this before it's over with, I'm going to kick the bucket. And he was laughing at me. He said, Oh, Miss House, it's not like that. I was like, No, but there's just too many mitigated risks to something. I'm trying to help one thing, and then I'm going to be exposed to five other things that could end my life literally. So
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
yes,
And what we are not taught, even in the field of medicine, it's that this is a developing field. Environmental medicine is a developing field. But what
okay,
we're not taught as a people is to how to identify these chemicals and these toxicants that we're exposed to, and the impact that they have. So my subject is beyond, behind the veil, are hidden toxins damaging your health.
wow,
Yeah.
that is going to be awesome, absolutely awesome. So if you're in Houston, or if you want to be a part of this, I'm going to need you to. We're going to put some links up so that you can join us in Houston.
Yes.
Dr. Higgins given us a plethora of information. Go to www.thehertour.org. It is going to be all the information that you need, that we're going to be signature events that we're going to have. We're going to have the Pink Fire Brunch, and this year, our keynote speaker is none other than the amazing Yolanda Adams. It's going to be great. We're going to have the Her Awards to recognize the people that do the grassroots works in the community in Houston. This is going to be a phenomenal, but it is also the best networking event that you can get to, because we have speakers like Dr. Higginbotham that is going to give you information. These are people you can meet up close and personal, that you can start a relationship with. Who knows? You may walk out with a doctor for you. You have to be able to come to this. If you can't come in person, get you a virtual ticket. It happens in 2 weeks. It's May the 2nd through June. It's May the 30th through June the 2nd. It's going to be a phenomenal time. Someone told us that Houston had a problem. We said we're coming with some solutions, and some of the solutions are already in Houston, just like Dr. Higginbotham. So it's going to be a great time. We want you to come. And my last question, Dr. Higginbotham, because I know that you've got a couple of other places you need to be this evening. What what got you to want to be a part of this event? What was the
Oh,
catalyst that said, I need to be here?
um, a little birdie told me, maybe a big birdie told me, that it's time for you to go global. It's time for
Oh,
you to share this message. The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. One of my soapboxes is the fact that more women in America are dying because of pregnancy related complications.
Wow.
And why is that happening? And so in my own little way, my grassroots way, I work with women preconceptually. Okay. So one subject is indeed the toxicants. The average baby at birth, there was a small study that showed that the average baby at birth has over 270 chemicals found in his or her umbilical cord. Those chemicals cause neurological issues, cancer, autism, ADD, ADHD. Where are those chemicals coming from? Where are these chemicals coming from? Not on purpose. Is the mother on purpose trying to intoxify herself? No, it's coming from the environment. So I I feel the urge, and I'm going to put it out there. God told me it's time for you to go global, Higginbotham. It's time
Yeah.
for you to put your message out there, especially with people who look like you, so
Yes.
that indeed we can begin to live the life that God wants us and facilitate our divine purpose.
Absolutely, absolutely. Nobody could have said that better. And we've been saying that in these interviews. These interviews are going to be awesome. It is God filled. It is God led, and God is bringing the people to give the messages that we have to get out right now. It's going to be effective. It's going to be informative. It is going to be awesome. So, again, if you want to be a part of this network, we are a sisterhood. We are Christian women in business and in ministry. If you're coming to this event and you want to know more about it, if you want to get a virtual ticket, go to www.thehertour.org. If you want to know more about the Herpreneur Network, if you want to become a part of the network, it's absolutely free. We do have different membership levels, but you can join for free so that you can get into this movement that God has so that He can get His people to where they need to be. And He's bringing them to Houston. We've got people like Dr. Higginbotham that who knew? Who knew about the toxins in the air? There's going to be so many nuggets. It's going to be so much amazing information that you must be here. God is making a mandate for us to do that, and He's making a mandate for you to be there. And if you can't be there in person, again, get yourself a virtual ticket. Dr. Higginbotham, this has been a great interview. I know that you're getting ready to be on another show, but it has been my privilege and my honor to have you with me tonight. I thank you so much for your time. Is there anything that you'd like to say to the people before you leave?
I want to see you at the Herpreneur Network, May the 30th through June the 2nd. Now, my talk is June the 1st.
All
So,
right.
see you there.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. You heard her. She said, be there or be square, as we
Yes.
say. So we want to see you in Houston. Yes, ma'am. We want to see you in Houston. If there's any questions, if you want to know more about the organization, could you put that link in there before we close out? The link so that people can join the network if they want to get more information on the network. It is www.thelinktree.com, the Herpreneur Network. Come join us, find out what we're doing, get a part of God's movement. This network was founded by a visionary, Dr. Nikki Ziegler, and she did it because God told her to. And He is bringing in the right people in the right place so that we can do His work. It is our mandate. Dr. Higginbottom, thank you. I'm going to say good night to you. I'm going to say good night to the audience. It's been my pleasure to be here with you tonight. Thank you, everyone. And I will see you on a special edition, not next Thursday as usual, but Tuesday. I got a surprise for you. Thank you. Have a good evening and a great weekend. God bless. Bye bye.
Bye.